welcome, and to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Just thank you so much for love and support y'all continue to give me every day. It's truly a blessing just to let me know that, my purpose of pressing out truth, is helping you in ways that, I didn't see coming as well as you as well. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl's about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up, tell me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and head you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are informative to you, give you good vibes, inspiration that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times at the moment, and needing spiritual guidance or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path and even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give it a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. Today I'm using I'm jumping ahead of myself, using the channel Miracle Tones Meditation. I'm using their meditation video, Cosmic Love Music, 432 hertz, deep healing, frequency meditation music, and healing miracle tones. And I'll post that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Hey, not knowing it's your strongest asset. It's true. Lord have mercy, it's so true. We all been going through things. Like I said, I'm not a perfect person. I keep it real. If I know it's going to benefit somebody else for the issues that I have, being able to reflect on our own issues that, maybe blocking us from our process or maybe slowing down things that could have been sped up already. Everything happens in divine time. But there's a lot of times you're placed in certain situations, like with mine. People know me for a while. They know the issues that I have. I'm trying to get closure, of my dad's passing. There's certain things that still of, materialistic things that they try to block me from. But my situation, I keep it real. I learn things every day. And a lot of times when you're placed in situations where I'm blocked in, like financially strapped, where I don't, when I say I cut family off, adopted family, I don't even talk to biological family. There are certain ones that have been very toxic in my life. Or, when my mom's ex-husband, how narcissists are when they don't want nobody to support you on any kind of way, and knowing they can get some support for you to help you get things where you need to, they will block you in all certain situations, and it will have people looking at you and they will play victim. So in my situation where I had to be depending, on, certain situations or certain people, when they're not for you, that people will feel like when they have the upper hand of you, they can do you any kind of way. And a lot of times, I would sit myself in situations because I didn't love myself and felt like I couldn't get any better. In my situation is feeling like, oh, I have to accept what this person does to me because, they're the ones who are the breadwinner, or I have to sit up here and accept this because they're the one taking care of me. Number one, you don't have to accept shit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You don't have to accept a thing. When I say it's just like when certain things come down, a lot of times you have to break your own heart to get that complete understanding. They're breaking you away from where you feel like somebody having the upper hand of you, or somebody feeling like they're doing things in your favor. Number one, if anybody loves you, they're not going to do you any kind of way. They're not going to sit up here and talk down about you or whatever. In my situation, I don't want to talk bad about those people because I allowed that to happen. Everybody got a choice in the matter. You could either treat somebody certain kind of ways, or or you're going to treat that person how you want to be treated. you know so in my situation, like I was saying yesterday, I already know I got people watching my videos because they're trying to see, like I said on my thing, they don't like you, but they watch every single thing you do. I don't talk about things. I don't let the left hand know what the right hand's doing. So when people trying to get in my life or they feel like I'm about to say something, I already know. I know not to say because I learned from those lessons. When you speak before a time or you tell somebody about your plans, they don't want to see you go nowhere. They will try to block you in every kind of way possible. I already know enemy of an enemy is a friend. With my situation, I already see it's all about dollars to them. When when it ain't making dollars, it ain't making sense. So they want to try to keep me away from things, trying to shut me down, trying to make sure I don't say certain things, or try to make people feel like I'm lying about a situation that came on this morning. And I'm glad that happened. You don't realize the pain that you're carrying from certain people's actions that you allow to affect you, because you always have a choice. You can allow that to affect you, or you can allow that to give you growth. With me, at first I allowed it to affect me, but I'm just like, God, I'm tired of certain things happening. And he's like, I know you're tired, but I'm just wondering when you're going to be tired. And I was like, well, damn. I was like, okay, I got this. I understand exactly what you're saying. And a lot of times when those signs are there for you to have to let go of things, you really do. It's at that point where I get tired of people coming back and telling me certain things that's been said about me on the street. Now it's at that point, I don't even give a damn. If this is not giving me no kind of growth, if this is not putting my energy in a good place, I really don't care. Because it's like when it's just like with my situation. I don't want to be that person pot calling the kettle back, talking bad about that person, because this person was in my life to help me heal. These people are in my life to break me away from my old habits and old patterns. I see the toxicity. When I forgive one person and all of a sudden all hell break loose, like, no, she can't forgive me if she don't forgive me. That means this is gonna break her way, then she gonna be able to get this. So we need you to break her down in every way possible. And they don't think I see that. And so I'm just like, you know what? I'm glad you did that for me. I'm really glad that you did that for me, because it breaks me off and just not allowing myself to put faith in man. And when I talk to people and I see them going down the route that I went through, I'm going to make sure I put my 15 cents in there. And I'm just like, hey, I ain't trying to tell you how to rule your life, but this is the experiences I have. I don't want to see somebody go through certain things that I've gone through, where this is where it can lead you to. And so with my situation, I'm not going to just blame, my toxic, relationship, or, the connections I had with my doctor as well too. I can't just put all the blame on them. It's just like when you're going through that time of reflecting, you're going through that time of purging, you have to allow yourself to be, drop that pride, get that stick up out your arse, and allow yourself to say, yeah, they did this, that, and the third, but you done added yours into it too, because I could have did better for my life, but it was just like at the same time, I didn't feel like I could. You know what I'm saying? Because of everything I've been exposed to. And then I let my own self down. But then everything happens for a reason. I had to be able to take these certain decisions that I had made so I can be able to heal where I need to be healed. But at first, you have to be honest with yourself. When my situations being used as my purpose and my personal positive outlet, you have to be real. Don't lie behind anything. If you feel like this is going to block you, just don't say it. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn from that. And it's just a lot of times people will prey on that weakness. It's just like with my situation. I never got a chance to meet my mom because they blocked me from my mom. That hurt like hell. But then I had to understand, I know how this felt for me, not being around my parents. I love my mom and my dad wholeheartedly. They made me. I'm their procreation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at them. I would never, wish anything ill will on my mom, because my mom was 16 when she had me. My dad was pregnant. My dad was 18 when she got pregnant. You know, they ain't had nothing to, support me up. My dad didn't get his record deal. It fell through exactly the day I was born. It was like, damn, you had to give me up, and your record deal fell out the same day. So it was never meant for him to be in my life like that. Everything was designed in a certain plan that, certain things had to take place in my life. But when you are allowing yourself to go through that purge, you're gonna be honest with yourself. You gonna have to allow yourself to see what is holding you back. See how when you love yourself, you ain't gonna take no shit off of nobody, regardless of what people are doing for you. Because people will feel like, oh, I'm the breadwinner, I'm gonna have to do this to her, I'm gonna say this to him, I'm gonna say this about her in the street. Because when you start figuring out people's patterns and you ain't going for that bullshit, everything except the name, the name my mama gave me and the child of God. And I can't worry about that. People gonna talk about you regardless of what you're doing. But when I'm allowing myself to break free and say, you do what you do, I'm gonna let God handle my situation. Yeah, I don't have two pennies to rub together at this point, but God's gonna find a way for me to get through my life. I'm not gonna allow somebody to control me and think they about to disrespect me because they feel like they're entitled to do that. Because it's like when I got to certain situations, I had to really allow myself to see what was going on. When I had plans to have better life where I could have been set. People try to make sure I didn't have that, but then wanted me to do something that was nickel and dime where I'm gonna still need somebody. And you have to allow yourself to know to break free, because when people want the best for you, they're not gonna try to hold you back. They're going to encourage you. And I tell anybody that do what is making your heart peaceful. Don't stop your life over some relationship, because if it's a relationship that's meant to have that relationship is going to go through hell and back, and it's still going to be there. If that's the good thing, because y'all going to be supporting each other, y'all going to do what it has to do to make that relationship better. That's what support does. That's what teamwork does. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to be leaning on that person to do everything for you. You know what I'm saying? You have to be wanting to do things for yourself. And that's what I was trying to do. And I used to always say, these people are trying to block me. And it's just like that energy that I was keeping from seeing that I know what they're trying to do, but I was feeding that. And that's what you can't do. When you see it, you have to recognize it and do what's best for you. Because a lot of times we put faith in man, and man will disappoint you every time. When universe and God is trying to steer you in the right direction, you have to allow yourself to make decisions that's going to be better off for you, not for that next person. Because if the push came to shove, that next person going to do what they got to do and bump the hell out of you and just keep on moving. And when I see my situation, I forgive those people. I don't forgive their actions, because everybody has a choice on how they want to act about things. Because when you know somebody's about you, they ain't gonna hold you back. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna let you go. Because if it's like if you're in a relationship and you already see whether you cheated or it was just not working out, just you be honest with that person. You don't steer them along. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna steer them along because you gonna allow them. If I can't make that person happy, I want you to be happy. Even the most toxic relationships I'm in, I'm just like, oh, I hope that person can be better off for somebody else than they were for me. But I see that that's like a pattern, and I have to allow myself to break free from that. But it was like a blessing in disguise, because like I've told y'all before, y'all been with me for a while. You heard me say my toxic relationship allowed me to love myself. And now it's just with this situation, I can't allow myself to keep feeding off of certain things, because I feel like you doing things for me, so I gotta allow myself to take. I ain't gotta take nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because God got me. To hell with the rest of the other people. What's for me is gonna be for me. You know what I'm saying? What's going to be for you is going to be for you. And a lot of times people will prey on your weaknesses like that and don't realize, devil sends them in your life to distract you, because like I told y'all yesterday, what they will sniff out your blessings. I know there's a lot of things I see and I don't even say when it comes to my family and my situation I'm in. And I sit there and I take note of it, a mental note, and just keep on moving. I don't wish no heart, no nothing bad on nobody, because that's all it is just blocking you from yours. Don't, hold hatred over somebody because they did these things. There's a lot of times I had to see my situation. We all done came from broken homes with the people I'm connected with. I ain't talking about y'all, I'm talking about my situation. And I had to allow myself to understand why these certain things happen. you know, my dad loved me with all his heart. You know what I'm saying? He would have did everything for me. And that's something they didn't receive in their life. So they tried to stop that. They tried to block that. And I tell people I don't wish that on the worst enemy, because now my dad is in transition. He done passed on. That love's still there, because when that love is there, when you have lost a loved one, all it does is transform, into another level. And there's that love is still there. And I appreciate him. I appreciate all my family done passed over, because it's like when I say I got all spiritual reinforcements for me, that's there. I appreciate all those things. If you're in a situation, I know there's a lot of people I talk to that connect. They've been in toxic relationships. They're trying to get up out of their toxic relationships, and they're karmic. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be able to allow yourself, because a lot of times we take shit because we feel like we have to, because that person may have the upper hand. And God is the only one who has the upper hand. Universe is the only one who has the upper hand. They don't. That's the meaning of control. And it's just like, I'm that type of person. You keep talking mess, you won't have a broke lip. I'm that type of person. And I'm just like, before I get back to my old ways and do something that's going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt that person, even though they're going to be physically hurt, but I'm going to be financially and emotionally hurt. You know what I'm saying? So allow myself to break free of that. And then when I say I went through that smack of reality this morning, we talk about seeing everything in a new light, I had to say thank you. And I really meant that. I say I'm not here to sit up here and bash anybody. You know, or say something bad about them, I'm just gonna tell you that's the biggest blessing you can go through, when somebody treats you like something, like they don't walked over. Because when people hurt you like that, there's never personal. Even though they laid at you, it's never personal. They see the good in you and they want to try to break you away from that because they don't recognize the good in them. That's not your, they ain't got nothing to do with you. You can send love to them all day, but they have to be able to love themselves. They have to be able to heal themselves. And it's just like when I see things, and I used to always say, and people even came to tell me, Roz, I've been going through some things and I prayed for that person, because I really love that person. Yeah, you can love them all day, but they gotta love themselves first. Well, Rosin ain't disrespecting me. You can't expect somebody to respect you that don't respect themselves. You just step back and see certain things. There's a lot of times where I felt like maybe if I would have been a better girlfriend, or I would have been a better so-called wife or whatever, that would have been better. No, that takes two to tango for that. It takes two. So don't ever feel like what you did by yourself is the one that made them step out on you or do that. That pattern has been like bounced on from person to person to person. When you start recognizing patterns, you seeing things that's getting real sloppy and messy, you know, and you start talking about that. Oh, that's gonna start making them drift off because see they can't pull that wool over your eyes anymore. As soon as I said that, all of a sudden my daggone third eye started vibrating like heck and itching. But you have to appreciate those things. And when I say I appreciate them, I always tell y'all, keep it real. Nobody's not perfect. We all have our moments, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like with me, this is like a positive therapy for me. You know, it's a positive outlet for me because I'm being honest with myself. I'm being honest with y'all. I had to allow myself to step back because that was always my issue because I would never let things go. And that's our problem at times. When you're allowing people to hurt you, you are hurting yourself by allowing them to hurt you. And a lot of times you have to break free of that. You have to tell them thank you because they were sent in your life to break those habits. They were sent in your life to break those patterns. You have to love yourself enough to walk away from those things. Even though they may be that person is taking care of you, God's taking care of you. And a lot of times we play the reason our faith in our purpose, not placing our faith in the universe, not placing our faith in God. It's like I'm not no preacher, I'm not no religious person. I'm very spiritual. You know, they sent me towards that. They always know I talk like crazy, but I always kept it real. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Everything that's sweet ain't sugarcoated, and we have to be able to remember that. You make those decisions that's best for you. You have to allow yourself to break free from things that's breaking your heart. There's always that was like when I say I had came up with so many good contents just from that certain situation that's been going through, for days because it gets to your point where I've been going through this on and off my whole life, you know, um, going through it wholeheartedly, like really bad is after my dad passed away and just really seeing the true colors of a lot of people that I held talked to my mom's ex just a couple of days ago. I kept it real. I said I had mental funerals of your ass every day on how I wanted to break you off a whole new one, knock the dust off your old ass, and I had to allow myself to be, I said it, without no anger placed in my heart, but I was keeping it real about how I felt. Very disappointing to me, even though you ain't admitting the things that I clearly see, even Rick James and them can see it from this far in, or even James Brown. I mean, not James Brown, with daggone Ray Charles. They can see the truth in that. You know, and it's just the fact is, you when you allow yourself to break free from that. I said I broke free from one person. Now I got to break free from the other. And those are the things you have to do. Allow yourself to get out of the way of your abundance, because a lot of times we deal with people just the company you keep, how you speak about yourself. If you letting the first hand, you letting the left hand know what the right hand doing, a lot of times that breaks you. I always tell people, you got plans, keep that to yourself, because not everybody gonna be making sure that you get those plans and execute them. After you're gonna execute them and you want to be able to tell somebody, then you go ahead. Half of the time people don't let you know until they good into the door, and then want to tell you. Be like Nicki Minaj, she been pregnant for a good minute. Everybody speculated that mess for a good minute, that knows there's a part of that, the barbs or whatever they want to be called. I'm like, okay, that's part of the media. But then I was laughing at it because that girl almost 6 7 months now, and there's a perfect time to be having babies right now, the pandemic, because they ain't out in the world like that. It can't be, you know. But times where you need to let go. Don't put your faith in man trying to figure out how you're going to be able to pay this, pay that, or try to get something paid. Because, when you allow yourself to break free from that and let things flow the way they're supposed to, when you're trying to control things, you end up messing yourself up. And it's like universe and God will send you, as soon as I said that, my phone's just start, when you allow yourself to let things unfold how they're supposed to unfold, but allow yourself to be grateful for those hiccups. Allow yourself to be grateful for those things that hurt your feelings. Because these are the things that's breaking your way, is letting you know this is not for you. It never been for you. I just brought this person way to you to break you out of that mold of what you carried for so long. Because a lot of us carry around that trauma. A lot of us can carry around anger, resentment, vengeance. And those are the main things that's holding you back. So you have to be able to allow yourself to break free of those things. Allow yourself, if you want better in your life, you have to make better choices. And I told myself that if you want something good, you have to make better choices. Whatever's going to be for you, what's going to be for you. Can't worry about that. If you ain't over here, worried about how the future holds or how it's going to turn out, don't, trust the outcome. It's going to come for you when it's supposed to come for you. But you have to allow yourself to make those decisions for them to come for you. Keep it real. When you allow yourself to forgive those people that place these things on you, you are showing them, you're being that mirror of example. You can do that too if you allowed yourself to do it. But that takes change. That takes sacrifice. Being honest. And these certain things that we've been placed in, these folks don't know how to be honest. They don't believe their own lives for long enough. But I appreciate those things that didn't take place. I was just like, hey, real talk. I'm glad you did that, because that done broke me away. Like, you know what? Just trust in God. Things will happen for you when they're supposed to happen for you. But you have to allow yourself to break free and let yourself, let the chips fall where they need to fall. But I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video. If you left me a message this morning, I have not got to it, or late last night. When I said I had over 100 and some comments I did yesterday, worked out, then, got up at old dark 30. Sister was tired. So after I finished doing these videos, whatever, comments and stuff that I have not replied to, trust and believe after I finish these videos, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to Lisa Johnston, Nicole Stevens, much love to you. Team Turtle, welcome to the fam. Real boss, real spiritual bosses, much love to you, sis. Jehovah and Lorna, Rochella Tobias, much love to you. Beat them back. And Lisa Lynn, much love to you as well. If you're new to the channel, what's up? Good to have you. Welcome to the fam. Drop a line. I would love to give you a post notification shout out. If you need to get in touch with me privately, you can find me under my name on Facebook Messenger. Leave me a message, or you can find me on IG. I put my information in the bio link at the bottom below. If you need to get in touch with me privately, a lot of people, they want to get in touch with me by getting a deeper understanding about their spiritual path. If there's been somebody been leaving me emails, I have not got back to them, but trust and believe I'm gonna get through those all today. So I apologize if I've not hit you back. It's been crazy for me, so I'm just trying to get myself all squared away. But yeah, if you need to get in touch with me, you can find me on IG and just drop me a DM, or you can hit me up on Facebook Messenger up under my name. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. I hope you have a happy beginning, prosperous week. Whatever you are manifesting into your life, I hope it comes 100,000 times more than what you expected, asked for, or even prayed for. Know that you were truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always someone out there praying for your better days. And just as well as you're praying for your manifestation, I hope and pray it comes when you least expect it as well. And I will see y'all on my next video. Much love to you. Peace and be wild.